what's important to you. Look, man, now look at the sun. Look at the sun.
Go ahead, take your glasses off.
Wow, check it out. Oh my God!
I remember back in 2017 when the last eclipse was coming through the United States. I think in Oklahoma we only had like an 85% coverage. So we still had a pretty cool view of it, just not complete totality. I remember like the weeks leading up to it, everybody was trying to find those eclipse glasses. So I think I ended up buying a pair off of a friend for like $30 or $40. So desperate times, call for desperate measures. So, but I remember I was at work when all of it was happening. Every now and then I would look up and see through the glasses, thinking, "Oh man, that's really cool looking." And then when it hit kind of max coverage here in Oklahoma, it was about 85%. It was like this weird orange, hazy look outside. So, pretty interesting, pretty cool. I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." So. And then it was over. So it happened so fast, and then it was over. Fast forward to 2023, I remember doing some random internet searches, and then came across the information on the another solar eclipse that was going to be coming through the United States and clipping part of southeast Oklahoma. So in 2024. So I think that was back in June or July of 2023. And instantly I put it on my calendar. I was like, I am going to be there for that. I am not going to miss that at all. I think I ended up texting my wife that same day, like, hey, we got plans on this day. And she was like, okay, whatever. Fast forward a few more months from that, we started making plans, where to go, where to travel. We ended up deciding on Paris, Texas. One of Rachel's old co-workers, one of her good friends, moved back there. So she had a house that we could stay at, which is nice. A few weeks out, we're starting to get ready. I'm starting to get all my gear ready. So I brought so much stuff. I think 4 or 5 different pieces of cameras I was bringing with me just to document this whole experience, because I knew it was going to be the last one for another 20 years. So I was going to try and do everything I can to capture as much as I could. However, as the weeks started to get closer, the days got closer, we started looking at the weather forecast and realized, oh man, this may not be the weather's not looking very good. Cloud coverage was, prediction was going up, I think up to about 60 to 70% coverage. So we started to worry about that a little bit. We said, well, we'll head down there, at least see the friends, and then see if we need to make a backup plan. We'll do that if we have to. So we get to Paris. The night before, we were checking the weather, and I think it was still pretty high cloud coverage. But, well, we'll sleep through the night, see how it is in the morning. If we have to, we'll go to our backup location, which at the time we were going to head out to Arkansas. So the morning came and it got worse. It was about 90% coverage was predicted for the day, so we decided to head out of town. So we head up towards, our plan was to go to Mena, Arkansas, and then maybe Fort Smith, Arkansas, kind of depending on how traffic was and everything, but that was the plan. So we headed out. We were about 30 minutes, I think, from Mena. That was going to be our first stop. And we're about to turn off the highway, and I remember this scenic bypass called I think it's a Talamina byway that you can go that goes straight into Mena. So I told Rachel about it, and she seemed interested. So at the last minute, we decided to detour just a little bit to go on this cool byway to have a little bit more of a scenic view as we head into Mena. And that ended up being probably the best decision we made. So as we were going up through the drive, we started seeing these little pull-off areas for these scenic lookouts and stuff. We started to notice a lot of people were setting up for for the eclipse. We were still maybe 3 or 4 hours, but people were already out there with their campers or their cameras and stuff and getting set up, and we started to think, well, that may be a better idea than driving into town and be without all these people and all the traffic and stuff. And maybe we can find something kind of like that may be a little bit better with a better view as well. So we kind of looked at different pull-offs, but everyone was full. We ended up passing by a state park that was allowing people to drive in the park, and we almost stopped, but we didn't. I'm glad we didn't. So about a couple miles later, we found a pull-off that was good. So I started setting up, started meeting people around me. The people next to me were from Minnesota. They had drove down. Then on the other side was a group of ladies from Colorado. They were on a ladies' trip. So kind of cool just to meet different people with different backgrounds, but here for the same thing. So everybody had different equipment, different types of cameras and stuff. So we were all comparing our stuff and getting tips and tricks and what our plans were and everything. And so it's kind of a cool little community event, just how we all got together for this one thing. So my plan for all my stuff, had my telescope with my Nikon connected to it with the solar filter, so that was going to be my main camera to get all the pictures and videos of the whole eclipse. The Canon 90D will be facing out towards the horizon, doing a time lapse as the event happened. Same thing with the drone. The drone will be up about 100 meters looking down and seeing everything, and then the GoPro I had on top of a little piece of equipment called a Turns Pro. Pretty much does like a slow rotation, and then doing a time lapse with that as well. So got everything set up, all ready to go. Just outside of Mena, Arkansas, the solar eclipse has started. I see on the screen here a little bit, on the right, we're starting to cover up the sun there just a little bit. About 12:30, the event started to happen, so the moon started slowly getting in front of the sun, which was pretty neat just to see. I remember, I think, 2 or 3 cars down, ended up meeting a guy. He was from Sweden. He was an astrophysicist, but he lives in Colorado now. But this was his 7th total eclipse that he's been to. So he had all sorts of cool stories and stuff. We were talking to him a little bit here and there, kind of his tips and tricks and everything. But all right, everybody, we are getting less than 10 minutes. It's almost covered. It's hard to tell, but it is getting so hazy out here. And cold, yeah. Everybody's getting bundled up and everything. Getting really close. Got that camera going. So over here we'll see the shadow coming from the moon. So got that camera going. Got the wide shot GoPro up there. And then last but not least, we got the drone up, the wind went down. So we'll have the drone going as well. Ash is just watching the drone. You like the drone, buddy? Following the drone? Yeah. Oh, if you can see it, it's way up there somewhere. It's almost covered. Starting to see a planet show up, just getting so dark right there. I think that's Venus, maybe. It's almost there. About a minute before it got so dark, it was pretty much nighttime at that point. and just like that, it's like someone turned off the lights, and I remember looking up and seeing this like the ring of fire, like they described, like the pictures you see, it's just sitting out in the sky, just up there, just hanging out. Wow. This is so cool. There's a star planet popping up right there. It's almost here. Here comes the rain. So close.
It's like the sun setting.
Planet popping up right there. Almost there. Here comes the rain.
Check your camera,
There we go. It got so dark. Planet popping up right there.
Look, man, now look at the sun. Look at the sun.
Go ahead and take your glasses off.
Wow, check that out. That is a real. Oh my God!
I didn't see it, but I know right before totality hit on one of my cameras, you can see it was kind of cloudy out, but thankfully we had clear coverage when everything was happening. But out in the horizon, you see some clouds, and right before totality hit, you can actually see the shadow go through the cloud, and as right before it went dark. So that was kind of a cool thing to see, to re-see on the camera. And there it goes. It got so dark.
Go ahead and take your glasses off.
Wow.
Check that out.
So these eyes?
But yeah, I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, all the planets came out, and you just see Venus. I think we saw Mars and Jupiter and Saturn. But I think. But I remember just like taking the moment just to look at it all, just to soak it in before I went to work. Started taking pictures as much as I could, video as much as I could. So I knew totality only lasted, I think, 3.5 minutes, so it was going to be fast, and so I had to get as much as I could in that short time frame. And man, just like that, as quick as it came, it was over. Sun peeked back out, and darkness went away, and it was just like the sun rising again. Just how lucky we got with everything. I mean, how the weather worked out. I mean, God definitely helped us with that, keeping the clouds away at the right time, keeping the wind down at the right time, just so we really experienced it. Towards the end of it, when we were packing up, someone drove up to the spot next to us, and they're like, "Did you see the eclipse?" Like, "Yeah, we had good views here and everything." And she ended up telling us that she actually stopped at that state park we passed, that we almost stopped at. She was there, and she said about 75% of the time it was cloudy. So they didn't really get to see much of the show at all. So we definitely picked the right spot. We made the right decision with where we were going. Definitely something that you need to see. I mean, seeing 90% coverage or 95% coverage is cool, but you got to see the totality. It's just so much more, it's worth it. I mean, that's all I can really say. It's worth it make the effort to go travel somewhere to get it. So keep that in mind. And August 12th, 2045, next one's coming right through northern Oklahoma. So not too far, even closer to home if you're from this area right here. So you best believe I'll be there and I'll be ready to capture the dinner show too.